Stephen Hawking, the cartographer of the dark cosmos who expanded the limits of the imaginable. Stephen William Hawking was born on January 8, 1942, in Oxford, in the midst of World War II, at a time when uncertainty and fear marked the daily lives of millions of Europeans. His parents, Frank and Isabel Hawking, passionate about science and education, instilled in him from an early age a profound love for knowledge. In a home full of books and intellectual conversations, Stephen learned to observe the world with a blend of wonder and discipline. That early curiosity, which led him to question the origin of time and the nature of space, would be the seed of one of the brightest minds of the 20th century. His childhood was spent between London and St. Albans, in an academic environment where post-war austerity coexisted with a promising scientific revival. Hawking appeared to be a distracted, playful student with an overflowing imagination, but behind that facade lay exceptional talent. From a young age, he excelled in mathematics, physics, and the construction of improvised mechanical devices, reflecting his fascination with the laws that governed the world. His teachers described him as a quiet student, capable of solving complex problems with remarkable intuition. In 1959, he entered University College, Oxford, where he began to stand out for his ability to think beyond established limits. His carefree attitude contrasted with other students, but his genius was undeniable. He completed his physics studies with ease and decided to continue at Cambridge, beginning his PhD in cosmology under the guidance of Dennis Sciama, one of the pillars of modern astrophysics. During those years, his life took a dramatic turn. At 21, he was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, a degenerative disease that progressively paralyzes the muscles and, at that time, reduced life expectancy to only a few years. The news plunged him into silence and anguish, facing the sensation that time was slipping away. However, Hawking transformed this adversity into a driving force. His mind, free from the limitations of the body, shone with renewed intensity. At Cambridge, where intellectual tradition coexisted with bold theories, he devoted himself to the study of the origin of the universe, black holes, and the extreme conditions of spacetime. His ability to visualize complex equations as geometric images allowed him to formulate revolutionary ideas. Together with Roger Penrose, he demonstrated that the universe must have emerged from a singularity, a point of infinite density where the laws of physics break down. This discovery challenged classical physics and the philosophy of the cosmos, inaugurating a new era in the exploration of time and existence. His most famous contribution came in the 1970s. He proposed that black holes emit radiation, now known as Hawking radiation, linking quantum mechanics with general relativity. This discovery shook astrophysics, confronted science with the information problem, and established Hawking as a central figure in understanding the universe. A young man with a limited body managed to illuminate the darkest regions of reality. The progression of his disease was relentless. He lost mobility, was confined to a wheelchair, and after a tracheotomy, also lost the ability to speak. Yet, his spirit defied these limits. With the help of technology and a voice synthesizer that became part of his identity, he continued teaching, researching, and traveling. His presence, both physical and metaphysical, reminded everyone that intelligence and creativity can transcend any bodily limitation. In 1988, he published A Brief History of Time, bringing the public closer to the deepest questions of theoretical physics. With a clear and elegant style, he explained relativity, quantum cosmology, black holes, and the expansion of the universe, turning science into rational poetry. The book became a global phenomenon, sold millions of copies, and established Hawking as a communicator and symbol of the struggle against the impossible. For him, making the universe understandable was an act of democratizing knowledge and a reminder that we are all inhabitants of an expanding cosmos. Over the following decades, Hawking continued exploring problems such as quantum gravity, the topology of spacetime, and the possibility of multiple universes. He collaborated with renowned researchers, supervised doctoral theses, and participated in international conferences, becoming a reference for contemporary thought. His humor, sarcastic and ironic, accompanied him even in the most difficult moments. He stated that as long as there is life, there is hope, and that the universe responds to those who dare to question it. His fame did not shield him from internal tensions. He faced professional conflicts, scientific debates, and personal challenges arising from his disease and family life. But his greatness lay in his ability to reassess ideas, accept new evidence, and move forward with humility and determination. In his later years, Hawking continued working from his wheelchair, participating in technological projects and promoting space exploration. His synthesized voice became a symbol of intellectual perseverance. He passed away on March 14, 2018, coinciding with Albert Einstein's birthday, surrounded by his family, after a life that defied all medical predictions. His death closed an extraordinary chapter in science, leaving an infinite horizon of questions open. Hawking's legacy is immense. His theories continue to guide theoretical physics, his books inspire generations, and his life demonstrates that the human mind can surpass the most severe limits. He taught us that the universe is vast, mysterious, and beautiful, that understanding it is an act of intellectual courage, and that even in the darkest places, black holes, illness, and uncertainty, light can exist. He introduced into culture the idea that exploring the cosmos is also exploring our condition, fragile, finite, but capable of imagining the infinite. Hawking, like Freud in the human psyche, opened a door to the unknown and invited us to cross it without fear. His life was a declaration that, although the body is limited, the human being is limitless in the ability to question, dream, and discover. In this tension between fragility and greatness lies his work. On his journey into the dark and fascinating cosmos, Stephen Hawking became a cartographer of the infinite, reminding us that as long as curiosity exists, the universe will always be within the reach of our minds.